You are no longer safe in America. Your government is not protecting you. The police cannot protect you. In short, you're on your own. Something has radically changed in America. Crime is coming out of nowhere and is hitting like a thunderbolt. It can happen at a Christmas parade, in a high school, on a subway platform, to an Ivy League student walking near campus, or to an innocent mom taking your baby out in a stroller for a breath of fresh air on a sunny day, who, after the robbery, abandons the stroller, grabs her baby, and then runs away. Any of these crimes could have involved you. The victims were totally innocent, the crimes totally unprovoked. But you don't need to be on a subway platform or in Times Square. Small-town America, middle America, is being hit with this very same crime wave. Now, there was a time in America when motive could be gleaned from the nature of the crime. You rob a bank for money. You burgle a home for contents. You assault or kill another because of an argument, vendetta, gang membership, or any of the 7 deadly sins. Today, crime is totally unprovoked. It matters not who you are, where you are, or what you are doing. You could be walking down the street on your way to work, on your way to the grocery store. Now you must assess where to shop and how dangerous this will be. You will be followed home by people who want your car, who want your watch, or just like the way you look. So what has changed? Tonight we look at how the criminal justice system has changed in America, starting with the liberal laws passed by progressive Democrats eliminating bail, the Soros-funded DAs who care more about the criminal than the victim. The police are now the ones handcuffed by leftist mayors and by governors. Democrat radical policies and so-called social justice warriors who fight to protect the criminal, as well as judges looking to please the left for their next judgeship, or who are too concerned about being accepted by the woke academic community, are endangering the rest of us. More and more, these inept, uncaring cogs in the wheel of justice are both failing and endangering us. Now, Darrell Brooks, who called for violence against as many white people as possible, drove his red SUV over people in a Christmas parade in the middle of America, killing 6 and injuring 60. This career criminal was out on $1,000 bail because an inept, lazy assistant district attorney by the name of Michelle Grasso asked for $1,000 bail for a guy who had just jumped bail and a guy with a 50-page rap sheet. Add to that a lazy court commissioner, Cedric Cornwall, who decided $1,000 was good for a career criminal, sex offender, domestic violence batterer, gun-toting, drug-dealing degenerate. And he allowed Brooks out onto the streets to victimize a whole community. And then there's Oxford, Michigan, with Ethan Crumbley, who shot and killed 4 students and injured 7 others, including a teacher, for no reason, because liberal school personnel should have known Crumbley had a gun, or at least had access to one, but never bothered to ask. The very reason they told his parents to come to class instead of suspending him immediately, and then they let him go right back into class. A Columbia University PhD student was knifed to death by a gang member on a violent stabbing spree, who howled with glee as he stabbed another individual not far from where he had just stabbed and killed the Ivy Leaguer. He then moved on to menacing with a knife another man who was strolling through the park with his girlfriend. Now, this horrifying stabbing spree was committed by a 25-year-old member of the Bloods gang. He had 16 prior arrests since 2012. Now, this week, L.A. police arrested parolee Ariel Maynor, who fatally shot Jacqueline Avant, a philanthropist and wife of a music icon. Maynor had an extensive criminal history and had just served time in prison for robbery while inflicting great bodily injury in California in 2013. And again, shortly thereafter, he was sentenced in 2018 for a 4-year prison sentence for the same crime, second-degree robbery, but they released him early in California. Take a look at your screen. These are the horrific, unprovoked, egregious, and deadly crimes happening in major cities, small towns, and in every corner of our country in 2021. These are sadly just a sampling of the headlines that are splashed in newspapers from coast to coast in the United States, from New York to Los Angeles to Illinois to Alabama to Florida, Indiana, Wisconsin to Tennessee. Something has changed in this country, and it's clear to me that liberal policies, spineless DAs who are destroying our criminal justice system and teaching young prosecutors that the criminals are their priorities. The focus are erasing the very principle that this country was founded on and has thrived for over 250 years. There's only one way to end this, and it is to get involved in every local race, from town council, city council, county legislature, to judge, DA, school board, sheriff, and every other state office where you live. I believe our power will be based in the states in the future, which is where this change must begin. We need to recall those in office who are failing us in the oath that they took to protect the citizens and the Constitution. We've got to be vocal. We must peacefully protest decisions made that we do not agree with. It is time for us to be visible and vocal, to peaceably assemble, to let the world and the rest of them know that we are not sitting ducks waiting to be assaulted, that we have a strength and a determination to get this country back on track. And that means holding those in power accountable and jailing. Yes, I said locking up those who are victimizing innocent human beings. They should not be roaming freely among us. I have no tolerance for them or the so-called social justice warriors who want me to think I'm wrong because I believe in consequences and law and order. You're damn right I do, and I won't stop, and neither should you, until we get America back on track.
Olá pessoal, tudo bem? Aqui é o Tradutor. Eu tô passando para te avisar que eu tô numa campanha para conseguir pelo menos mais 9 apoiadores até o final do ano. Esse canal não é monetizado, então totalmente depende de você. Eu preciso muito do seu apoio para manter esse canal atualizado e vivo, né, no ar. Os links para apoiar esse nosso projeto estão na descrição desse vídeo e no comentário fixado. Então é muito fácil e muito simples de apoiar. É graças a essas pessoas incríveis que eu posso estar trazendo conteúdo para vocês. E é isso aí, pessoal. Não se esqueçam de deixar seu like, seu comentário e até mais. Fui! Grande abraço.